Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Recipe Tuesday. This morning, I'm going to give you a recipe. Um, I was wanting to make it the other day. One was sent to me in Messenger. Then I go over and look at about 10 other recipes on how to put it together. So then I stopped and thought, this is nothing more than mac, or beef and mac rather, jacked up. And I thought to myself, okay, this could be easy. So what I wound up doing is I went ahead and made my spaghetti sauce recipe, and I'll give it to you guys again because I had done a video on it not too terribly long ago. The only difference is you're adding one other ingredient. So all you're going to do is you're going to cut up a medium onion. You're going to get fresh garlic, and you're going to take about 3 pieces of garlic off the garlic bulb or whatever you want to call it, and you're going to cut that up. Cut up your garlic. And in addition to that, you're also going to cut up 1/2 of a green bell pepper. Can you use a different variation of a bell pepper in it besides green? Yes, you can. There is no carved in stone saying that you have to use green bell pepper. Then what I do is I get my pot, and I put almost enough to coat the bottom of the pan with Pompeian Robust extra virgin olive oil. That's what I use. I put the onion in there and I fry it over medium heat. Then when it starts to turn a little bit of a golden brown, what I'll do to my garlic is I will take a wooden meat tenderizer and I will mash the garlic down and flatten it. What that does is it helps bring out the flavor. Then I take that, add it to the onion, and I cook that a little bit. Then after that, I'll probably cook it. I'll give you an approximate time range. I'll keep that on for about maybe 4 or 5 minutes. Then I'll go and get the cut up green pepper or whatever variant you decide to use. And then I add that to the mix. And then I cook that all together. Then once everything is nicely well cooked, the onions are, slightly brown, golden brown. Then I will take my hamburger meat, ground turkey. I try to use meat 85% or above. You're going to need approximately 1 pound. Put that in there. Cook the ground beef with the rest of the mixture, the green pepper, the onion, and the garlic. When you have browned your ground meat, then you're going to take 1 can. I like to use a brand called Tutto Rosso. If not Tutto Rosso, I like Contadina, and I also like one called Cento. I will take 1 can, 28-ounce tomato puree, and I will pour that in my mixture. Then I will take 1 can of diced tomatoes, same brands as I just mentioned. Add that to it. And I'll look and see how the mixture looks. In case I need it, I will go ahead and add an additional 28-ounce can of tomato puree. There is no real set way carved in stone to put together a spaghetti sauce when it comes to tomatoes. That can vary. It also depends on how many you're feeding. Now, once you do that, and you have everything mixed in, then you're going to add about a tablespoon of sugar. When you do that, then you're going to add a little bit of black pepper. And I usually do 1 or 2 shakes. Then you will need 1 bay leaf. Then you're going to need approximately, of these 3 seasonings, you're going to need basil, parsley, and oregano. Those should be measured out in approximately 1 tablespoon increments. If you want a little more of something, you can add it. You go by taste. Mix all of that in, and you're going to cook the sauce for about 45 or 50 minutes. And I usually put a little bit, I put a lid on it. I leave it cracked a little bit, about 1 inch, and I put it on low medium heat. And then I just cook it for 45, 50 minutes. It says you can take the elbow macaroni and add it to the goulash recipe or the mixture. What I like to do instead is I like to cook it in a separate pot about halfway, almost al dente, you could say. When it reaches that point, I'll turn it off. I will drain the elbows and I will add it to the mixture. And then I will let it cook the rest of the way. But I might want to add the elbow macaroni, even though I say cook it 45, 50 minutes. I would want to add the elbows at about the 35-minute mark to give you an idea. And then, an extra 10 minutes should take care of cooking the pasta the rest of the way from the heat. After the 45, 50 minutes, go and get a bag of shredded cheese. It can be Colby Jack, which is what I used last time, which is shown in the picture. You could use cheddar cheese, whatever kind of cheese you want. I get an 8-ounce bag, and I'll use about half of that bag, and I'll just sprinkle it over the top of my goulash, and I'll mix it in until it's all well dissolved. Once that's done, you're done with the recipe. Then you can turn it off and serve it. I was pleasantly surprised by the way it turned out. It was very good. It had a good flavor. I did it all from memory, because I had looked at other recipes, as I had mentioned earlier in the video. But if you decide you want to try it, like I said, it's basically my spaghetti sauce, I should say, recipe jacked up. But you know what I mean by jacked up, or hyped up, I should say, is another way. But give it a try. Or if you have your own recipe that you'd like to try, or that you do, that's good as well. But I will say this is not Hungarian goulash. That has already been asked to me when I had mentioned it in a video that I just recently did. Just thought I would point that out. All right. I hope all of you have a great remainder of your Tuesday. And I'll see you guys back here on Thursday. So have a good day and take care. Bye.